Good morning, Commissioners. Firefighter David Ortiz, Public Information Officer, Community Service Unit, Chief Mathis, and everyone else in attendance, good morning. Today we have two presentations. For the first one, I'm going to invite Chief Deputy Poyer.
Good morning, Chief Deputy Al Poyer, Emergency Operations. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Chief Mathis, Council. From August 7th to August 16th of this year, the City of Los Angeles hosted the World Police and Fire Games. We had more than 8,800 athletes visit the city, all active and retired police officers and firefighters. Men and women from more than 67 countries competed in nearly 70 different sports and disciplines and drew up to 20,000 spectators here to the City of Los Angeles. We had a total of 42 venues spread throughout the Los Angeles region. 10 of those venues were here in the City of Los Angeles, supporting 33 different sports. The games were expected to generate $70 to $90 million for the region. In addition to traditional sports such as baseball, basketball, soccer, golf, tennis, and swimming, the games include less well-known sports such as the firefighter stair climb, police canine, dragon boat racing, darts, dodgeball, and ultimate firefighter competition. Triathlon, boxing, and toughest competitor alive each presented a unique variety of emergency medical services challenges, and multiple venue sites scattered throughout Southern California presented additional challenges. We're here today to recognize the staff of the fire department. While we had several hundred members of the fire department participate in providing support for these games, along in collaboration with the Los Angeles Police Department, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, the County Fire Department, and our CERT members, we're here today to recognize some folks from our Critical Incident Planning and Training section, along with two chief officers who coordinated the games in totality. The games were, overall coordination of the games was handled initially by Battalion Chief Don Reyes, and then as we got into later in the games, Assistant Chief John Drake came in and supported him in that role. We had folks from our Critical Incident and Planning Training section and were involved in development of the medical plan and the logistics plan, which is a massive undertaking for an event like this. We had Captain Richard Moody, Captain Ryan O'Gorman, Captain Martin Enriquez, Adrian Vasquez, and Keith Douglas, and I believe they're all here today. And so I'll talk a little bit about the medical plan. Providing for the safety of all participants, spectators, staff, and volunteers, the plan addressed emergency medical management of any illness or injury which occurred during the games, as well as provided for the general well-being of all the participants. We also have members here that were crucial to supporting the logistics of the World Police and Fire Games by acquiring the use of a large vacant Burbank Airport hangar in collaboration with the City of Burbank. And they provided central logistics distribution location for the games. And this is not only the venues, but 4,000 volunteers that required thousands and thousands of pounds of ice distribution during the August weather, tables and chairs and easy ups. And I visited the hangar one morning about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I thought I'd get there early before everybody. And there were trucks and vans caravanning in and out, and I almost was in the way because they were loading the vans and taking equipment out of that hangar as fast as they could get the trucks and vans in and out of there. It was a very impressive operation. And then after the games, when all the fanfare has died down, one of the things people forget is you have to go collect all that equipment. And so I'd like to bring those members up today and perhaps they're shy as well. I don't know if Chief Reyes wants to say a few words. He likes the mic as well. So.
Oh, thanks, Chief. Battalion Chief Don Reyes, good morning, everyone, commissioners, everyone in the audience. I'll simply say that my part of this was easy. It was a matter of putting the right people together, and I couldn't have asked for a better team than the folks we've got behind us. Their experience, their dedication, their conscientious effort day in and day out. To plan this event, and most cities usually bid on this, and they have between 2 and 4 years to plan for this. We did this in about 7 months, 8 months of actual hard work. So my hat's off to all of them. I couldn't have done anything had it not been for them. In fact, I didn't do anything. They did it all. So thank you.
Well, I wanted to thank everyone for our support.
Captain Richard Moody.
Oh, Captain Richard Moody, sorry. It really takes a lot of support, and I appreciate the mayor's office for having the trust in us to kind of handle something like this, the commission, our department. I know when we kind of came up with the plan, it was an aggressive plan, and we'd never accomplished anything like this before. At least I've never seen anything accomplished like this. So thank you for the opportunity and trusting our group. Thank you.
Again, just these officers represent really the highest caliber of individual this organization had. We're really blessed to have people with the work ethic, dedication, and competence that we have. Men and women of this organization continue to impress me day in and day out, and they represent the highest caliber of people that we have in this organization. They were tasked with this, again, like Chief Reyes said, in a very short time frame, and just overproduced, completely exceeded our expectations, and I'm really proud of them and proud of the organization, and I'm happy to present them with certificates in that and recognizing them for their efforts today.
We just have many stories of excellent work done by our professional firefighters. I'd like to share one with you. On May 8th of this year at 11:54 in the morning, Engine and Rescue 6 were dispatched to the 400 block of South Hoover between the communities of Echo Park and Koreatown. Responding firefighters found 2 workers injured after being electrocuted. Patient number 1 bore the brunt of the high voltage electric shock and collapsed in full cardiac arrest. A co-worker who had been trained in CPR immediately began to work on him diligently and continued relentlessly until LAFD arrived to relieve him at the patient's care. The LAFD crews continued to work diligently on patient number 1 with CPR and intubation, and then defibrillated the patient while rapidly transporting him to the emergency room and were able to regain a heart rhythm. The patient did not become conscious again until several days had already passed. His colleague, who came to his immediate rescue, knowingly attempted to push patient number 1 away from the high voltage energy, and in doing so, he also sustained critical burns to his right hand, making him also a hero. Firefighters assessed and treated both patients at scene and transported them to local emergency rooms. Thanks to the initial care and the chain of survival, as Dr. Eckstein mentioned earlier, CPR saved a life. This was quickly followed by the expert delivery of EMS care by our professional and well-trained LAFD firefighters and paramedics. The final delivery to the ER provided outstanding intervention, which the patients both survived this ordeal with positive outcomes. Now I'd like to read the certificates which recognize the following members. Captain 1, Christopher J. Stein. I'm going to ask you to come up and stand next to me. Engineer Sean P. Rorden. Firefighter 3, Sarah T. Halpany, who couldn't be here today. Firefighter 2, Jaime Perez. Firefighter 3, Timothy J. Cascario. And Firefighter 3, Christian T. Gunzel. Thank you. And the certificate reads, in recognition and sincere gratitude for your heroic courage, diligent efforts, personal initiative, and expedient assistance which directly resulted in saving 2 lives on May 8th, 2017 at the 400 block of South Hoover Street in Echo Park, the Los Angeles Fire Department commends you for your extraordinary life-saving efforts to citizens of Los Angeles. Presented this 3rd day of October 2017, Ralph M. Terrazas, Fire Chief.